That's something I think definitely has to change. It isn't the case that all crimes should be for juries. I think all crimes in which, and you would put a certain class, felonies, murder, place where the guy's life's on the line, all that should be juries. So that needs to be worked with just a little bit more. I don't think juries are appropriate in absolutely all cases. Section 3, treason. Treason against the United States shall consist only in levying war against them or in adhering to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort. No person shall be convicted of treason unless the testimony of 2 witnesses to the same overt act or in confession in open court. The Congress shall have the power to declare a punishment of treason, but no attainder of treason shall work corruption of blood or forfeiture except during the life of the person attained. A lot of that's from the Constitution itself, but treason against the United States shall consist only in levying war against them or in adhering to their enemies, giving them aid and comfort. Now, so if you give away nuclear secrets, you're not really levying war against America, but you are adhering to the enemies of America, and you're giving them aid, and maybe even comfort. I think the punishment for treason is death in many cases. But there was the guy who was selling stuff to the Russians, who got 15 years, I think, something like that. Anyways, Section 2, the extradition of criminals. The citizens of each state shall be entitled to all privileges and immunities of citizens in the several states. A person charged in any state with treason, felony, or other crimes who shall flee from justice and be found in another state shall, on demand of the executive authority of the state from which he fled, be delivered up to be removed to the state having jurisdiction of the crime. Section 3, new states. New states may be admitted to the Congress into this Union, but no new state shall be formed or erected within the jurisdiction of any other state, nor any state be formed by the junction of 2 or more states or parts of states without the consent of the legislatures of the states concerned as well as of the Congress. And I think on that we should put a 2/3 vote or something like that. Pretty strict. The Congress shall have the power to dispose of and make all needful rules and regulations respecting the territory or other property belonging to the United States, and nothing in this Constitution shall be construed as to prejudice any claims of the United States or of any particular state. Section 4, the guarantee of Republican government. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this Union a Republican form of government, and shall protect each of them against invasion, not a democratic form of government, but a Republican form of government, and shall protect each of them against invasion, and on application, the legislature, or the executive, when this legislature cannot be convened, against domestic violence. Domestic violence doesn't mean violence between housewives and their husbands and stuff. Article 5, amendments. The Congress, whenever 2/3 of both houses shall deem it necessary, shall propose amendments to this Constitution, or, on the application of the legislatures of 2/3 of the several states, shall call a convention for proposing amendments, which in either case shall be valid to all intents and purposes as part of this Constitution when ratified by the legislatures of 3/4 of the several states, or by conventions in 3/4 thereof, as the one or the other mode of ratification may be proposed by the Congress, provided no state without its consent shall be deprived of its equal suffrage in the Senate. And there is actually a more robust version of it that I think actually goes in one of the amendments itself, that Congress shall make no law, but the more robust version of it would declare that you can make amendments in this manner provided that it never infringes the rights to this. You could put a few ironclad things down there that could never be messed with. Article 6. This Constitution and the laws of the United States which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made, or which shall be made, under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby. Anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary, notwithstanding. The senators and representatives before mentioned and the members of the several state legislatures and all executives and judicial officers, both of the U.S. and the several states, shall be bound by oath or affirmation to support this Constitution. But no religious test shall ever be required as a qualification to any office or public trust under the United States. Now, on to the amendments